my name is Lysandra Vander Hart. I am an independent consultant with Norwex and super excited to show you guys how Norwex works up against raw chicken. So we all have maybe had raw chicken in our kitchen or maybe some other bacteria-filled mess that we want to clean up. And so we go to our number one seller, our Norwex Enviro cloth. So I'm going to tell you a couple things about this cloth before I dive into our science experiment. And you're going to want to stick around because this is kind of a magical experience. You're going to be blown away by the end, but we're going to try and keep it short and sweet. So these Norwex microfiber cloths are known for the size of their fibers. So the thread inside of here is less than 1/200th of a human hair. Yes, one little hair split over 200 times. That's how microscopic the thread is inside of here. So what this means is when you get it wet with water only, no cleaners, you fold it in half again. Now you have 8 cleaning sides ready to go. And these little microfiber fingers have created loops, all right? The thread is little loopy fingers, and it can pick up anything in its path, and that's what we're going to show here tonight. So what I've got is our wet Enviro cloth. You know it's a Norwex cloth because it has a tag. It says Norwex and it has its name on it, Enviro. So think E for Enviro, think everything everywhere. So you're going to use this everywhere in your home, your car, your workplace, and you can use it on everything. So here I have a piece of raw chicken, and so what we're going to do is check to see how well our Norwex cloth can pick up what might be lurking in a raw chicken. Yes, no? Okay, so this is actually a Norwex cutting board, and what I'm doing is just rubbing this raw chicken here right on one side of the cutting board. Now, what would you normally do if you had raw chicken on your fingers? Ooh, probably run for the soapy water, right? All I need to do here is wipe them with my Enviro cloth. It pulls off all the oils, anything else that's left on that raw chicken. All right, so here we go. We have a raw chicken spot. You guys can see it. This is really cool. This is a Norwex cutting board. Norwex makes all kinds of sustainable living products, and this is a cutting board that's made of rice husks. So it is completely biodegradable. It is, of course, BPA free. It's recyclable, and it has a silicone gripper on the back. Nice, right? So here's our spot. I've got my wet Enviro cloth ready to go. So all those little microfiber fingers are hard at work picking up any remnants of this raw chicken on the cutting board. So I'm wiping it all up here, and there's the raw chicken, right on the cloth. So should we test it? Let's see what it did. This here is a ProClean protein swab that is from the company Hygieia. And so these swabs are used for food service, kitchens, health departments use them to do inspections, all right? So this is what we're gonna use. We're gonna put it to the test. And I've got a swab here. I'm just gonna swab the surface where all that raw chicken was. We're gonna see how well the cloth did. And then I'm gonna put this swab into the test tube, all right? So this test tube, I'm gonna break the seal, allowing the solution to head down, and you are going to see right away that the color of this solution is green. Can you see that? Here, let me see. Uh-oh, too much light? Green. All right, and then there's a continuum here. So green has a little check mark. It's light green. Then it goes from gray to like a magenta to a dark purple, and you guys can see this is light green, right? So because it's light green, it's clean. The surface was completely cleaned by the Norwex Enviro cloth. It picked everything up off the surface. It did not detect any source of proteins present, okay? Because protein, especially with raw chicken, we know it can lead to bacteria, right? Stinky chicken in the garbage can, we all know how that goes. So now we're gonna test to see how well this Norwex cloth does if you continue to use it. So say you cleaned up your raw chicken, and instead of throwing it maybe in the bleach pile to go in the wash, you're gonna keep using it to clean the rest of your kitchen. So I'm just gonna rub this cloth, that same chicken side, on the other side of the cutting board, all right? So we rub it on there. I'm just gonna set the cloth here, and we are gonna do another test, all right? So let's see what we can see. Swabbing the area. I'm gonna put it right inside that test tube and give it a little shake. Again, let's see what we can see. Well, looks pretty green to me, right? Green means clean. So not only did the Norwex Enviro cloth pick up all of the protein, all the chicken remnants on the cutting board. It also now has not transferred it to the other side of the cutting board. Pretty cool, right? Should we test the cloth? All right, so the science experiment just keeps going. So I'm gonna rub the cloth and put it on in my tube here. And what color is it, guys? Lo and behold, it's still green. Green means clean. That means this cloth, is it magic? No, those microfiber fingers just locked all of the remnants up inside the cloth. So on our cloths, we have this special little word above our tag. It's called backlock. And backlock is a silver agent that it's embedded inside the cloth. So it locks the bacteria inside the cloth. It locks in what you're picking up, whether it's fingerprints or grimy messes, and bacteria that it runs into. Remember how small those fibers are. So those fibers can pick up anything from the surface. And because it can pick up anything from the surface, it locks it right here in the cloth. So when I'm done with this cloth, all I'm gonna do is rinse it out in hot water and hang it to dry. Doesn't even need to go in that bleach load, right? Doesn't need to be washed right away. This cloth, over the next 18 to 24 hours, is going to completely self-purify. What that means is that teeny tiny little fiber is gonna dry. It's gonna dry fast. And then the silver goes to work, not allowing bacterial growth. Did you know bacteria can't grow on silver? So if bacteria can't grow on silver, bacteria cannot grow inside of our cloths. So this Norwex microfiber, after 18 to 24 hours for our thick powerhouse everyday, everywhere, everything cloth, will be completely self-purified and ready to go for use. Pretty amazing, right? So kind of magical, but the science makes sense. All right, so now you guys want to know about the raw chicken, right? So here we go. Here's my piece of raw chicken. I'm gonna swab the chicken right in here, and we'll put it back in the test tube and give it a little shake, and we will see what we'll see. Here we go. All right, so already this tube, not so green, right? It's slowly turning gray, and shortly this swab, you can see the purple there on the end, is gonna be dark, dark purple. Incredible, right? So the magic of the Norwex Enviro cloth really is some brilliant science. Again, those teeny tiny little microfibers pick up everything from the surface. The silver agent, the backlock, goes to work at self-purifying the cloth so that you can use these cloths over and over. The reason for using them over and over, well, you don't need chemicals. So we're avoiding using toxic chemicals that try to kill bacteria, and instead we are removing all the bacteria from the surface and then allowing the cloth to do the rest by self-purifying it. All right, what do you think? Can you see how purple that is now? Purple, right? Purple, protein's present. Things can start growing in there. We don't want that. So we're gonna dispose of this. We're gonna dispose of our raw chicken, and we are gonna keep our Enviro cloth. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in.